And this is a magnificent opportunity to really grit your teeth and start learning about you, the way you interact with yourself and the way you interact with others. So we spoke about behavioural change. The way we take on board new information is learned responses. We learnt the way we communicate from our parents, and they learnt their ways of communicating from their parents. Some of the things we picked up along the way are good, and some of them are bad, and it's important to recognise what's good so we can hold on to it, recognise what's bad so we can throw it away.
It made me realise what I was doing. It fine-tuned it and made me understand what I was doing.
Finding it really enlightening at this stage, really enjoying it.
The presentation last week was enlightening and entertaining, but also enlightening.
I've found the training extremely useful in the work life and also at home.
It's about having the courage to get out of your comfort zone and put a smile on your dial about it. So we have resistance. And it stops us from becoming who we want to become. It stops us from having warmer and richer relationships with ourselves and others.
I came away from the first day feeling really positive. Had an extremely lengthy conversation with the managing director of the company. And I guess from a business perspective, we've got a lot of changes that we're going to implement that's come from the first day.
Yeah, on every occasion that I've used these skills, it's been a positive outcome. So I've definitely taken a lot out of the session. And as for the group, it was really interesting to see that everyone, they all had their topic, everyone had their topic to talk about, and everyone came to the group really passionate.
So it's about having courage. Courage to step out of your comfort zone. And this is the enemy towards your potential. You don't want to step out of your comfort zone. You don't. You don't want to step out of your comfort zone. Yeah, in caveman times, it could save your life. But you're not a caveman. Getting out of your comfort zone is a damn good thing to do. And find out where it is, listen to your dialogue, and then purposefully jump out of it. How are you getting out of your comfort zone this year? What things are you doing to yourself to better yourself for yourself and the people around you? We spoke about having a perception. We have a perception of who we think we are based on our take of past experiences and circumstances, which is fantastic. Because if we challenge that perception, if we really challenge that perception, and we get rid of that perception, we can create a whole new being, a whole new person. The calm, the diplomatic, the happy, the peaceful person. So we have a monkey. And it's nice to familiarise yourself with this monkey. So what I'd like you to do, put your hand up to the side here and just say, hello, monkey. Hello, monkey. Okay, get familiar with it. And then you know what you want to do? Because a lot of the time the monkey says stupid things. So what I'd like you to do is look at the monkey and go, stupid monkey! Stupid monkey! And again, stupid monkey! So to the person next to you go, stupid monkey! Stupid monkey! It's a stupid monkey. We buy it. We believe it. We think that's us. Asking yourself the question, is it true? Would you bet your life on it? And the toilet effect. You get into the habit of doing this and you get off it quicker. So when someone upsets you or somebody says something, we can turn that into months, years. But when you get good at it, you turn it into seconds.
Simply mind-blowing to understand that little monkey is the one who's telling us all the gear that we've found out what we're being told. So
two things, but firstly, being more aware of the monkey to start with, and I guess thinking that it's not real and that I can overcome a fear or a challenge or a difficulty.
If you perceive a customer as a certain way, they'll behave the way you perceive them to be. So we don't have relationships with people, we have relationships with our thoughts about them, and they behave the way we perceive them to be. And we spoke about the glass house, the glass house and the dog walking in there, and it's a happy place and it's a happy dog and it's a great time, and there's another dog that walks in there and the other dog walks in there exactly the same place with mirrors. It's an aggressive dog, it's got problems before it goes in the house. That's going to reflect. Can everybody turn to the person next to them and go, I can't hear you, come on, get That's fantastic. Straight in body language. So we spoke about body language and gestures and gesture clusters. How you can read people and how people subconsciously read you as well. And how that has a huge impact in sales. We talked about roadblocks to communication. There are some things that you picked up from your parents that are bad that you use. They're high-risk responses. They are. So we addressed listening skills, responses. So attending skills is looking like a listener physically. Body motion forward, head tilted to one side. When you look like a listener, people feel more comfortable to talk to you, more open to talk to you. They give you information more readily. Following skills is the ability to follow in conversation, yet stand out of their way. Powerful. So reflective listening, we workshopped it. Reflection of feeling. This is a really powerful reflective response. Behavioural scientists and clinical psychologists say that if you want to build rapport with someone, if you want likability, you focus on this. That this is really the key.
Massive improvement myself. Listening to clients, I found with the listening skills now and yes, really. And it's really helped with a couple of clients that I've dealt with last week. So that's a massive improvement.
As attending following skills, I've been using those at work.
I've been more attentive, listening, reflecting what he's said, and working through everything he does. And you can see him lift himself completely. It's changed him quite a bit really quickly. So that's been interesting.
I took a lot home with it and been reflecting on myself and how I respond to different people.
Also listening to clients, actually reflecting on what they're actually saying, summarising back on what the actual needs are. I've been doing that quite a bit over the past week.
Fantastic results, so I'll keep that up. Thank you.
We went through networking the event and what industry groups, how many leads, arrive early, leave late, have good KPIs. How many people do you want to speak to? Out of those people, how many appointments do you want to get? Out of those appointments, how many sales do you want to get? We went briefly through the subconscious mind. There's the part we can see, the conscious, and then there's a much larger part that we can't see that's underneath the water. And the subconscious mind is responsible for your heart beating. It's responsible for what this little voice says. It's also responsible for your belief systems. If you believe that you're capable of doing something subconsciously, you're in a good position to do it. If you don't believe that you can do something subconsciously, you're in a really poor position to do it.
So surprised by the amount of research that had gone into it. So everybody really did research their topic really well.
And the group session we had was really good too. I found that we all had our little piece to work on, and we all did it, and when we had a chat about it all, and it was really good, got a lot out of it.
The little group session we had was really good because I guess I didn't get to think about it all until that day where we got to really reflect on and revise on everything we'd learned, which was really good.
The action group was excellent. It was entertaining, and it was a good revision.